All right. What is up, guys?
Hello.
This is the Laugh Point podcast number 4. And again, we have the one and only Benny Ballz, as I like to call
Back to
him.
back, man.
Back to back. So if, well, for everyone that doesn't know, this was supposed to be a double guest episode. Ethan Januario was actually supposed to be joining us, but due to reasons that I guess I don't know, I wasn't told. He just told me he couldn't come. So yeah, so it's just Benny.
You're stuck with me, man. It
Exactly, man.
sucks.
Oh man, no, I love it, man. I mean, maybe this is the start of something new, man.
Yeah.
You know. How have you been, man? Have you
Been
know?
okay. I've been really tired as of recent, but other than
Right.
that, just chilling, working, and trying to go to shows and just
Just doing your shit, man. Just vibing.
being in my own little bubble. Yeah.
Man, I need to go to more shows, man. I did not go to like any shows this week. I went to I tried to go to 3 shows on Tuesday, but it was so like by the time I got to the workshop, I was out
Yeah.
cuz I so this is what happened. I was like trying to go to the workshop. That's really it. Maybe get a spot on the comic strip if possible, but I never got
Right.
it. And I didn't get it because I never have it. Uh anyways, not to go off on a rant about that, but I was trying to just go to the workshop and I hit up Daniel and I was like, "Hey, like, let's go and like can you give me a ride?" And he's like, "Yeah, I could
Sure.
give you a ride, just meet me at the strip." So, strip goes on, I don't get the spot and I'm like, "Hey, so when are we heading to workshop?" He goes, "Oh, we're going to Black Bar first." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. Whatever. We'll just do a spot there." Then, you know, turns out
Right.
Black Bar is doing this, and it's I think it's a very good, it's a very fun way of doing things, but at the same time, it's like you just like most open mics that scramble the list. There's like a good chance you're just on last,
Yeah.
literally, and so what happened was is essentially how it worked was they all the comedians put their names in a bucket and the hosts would just do like a couple minutes whatever and then pull a name and then you would
Oh,
just go up
during the show.
during the show.
Oh, word.
So
Okay.
like you did
Like
it
on some
was
Kill Tony shit.
exactly, so
Yeah.
it was like you didn't know it, like so like every comedian had to be watching and like on top of everything.
That's a good way
But
to do
of
that.
course there was
Actually.
like
Yeah.
fucking like a bunch of comedians who were outside where like the guy introducing them had to like give them like a 15
Oh
second
yeah, and
longer
Black Bar's just
intro.
got a big ass window
Yeah,
behind the stage as well.
yeah, yeah.
I have no doubt
So
there's been some either just personal sabotage or just some dickheads out there.
oh, for sure, but that's why they close it, right? That's why they like close the curtains
Oh, they
and
do have
stuff, right?
curtains. Okay, that I
Yeah,
didn't know.
yeah. But anyways, yeah. So that's how the show worked, and I was like, okay, well, I think we'll be pretty lucky. Like, it shouldn't be that long. So I actually got up seventh because for some reason the host was talking about being bisexual, and he's like, "Who is?" And I raised my hand, and he was like, "Oh, cool. I didn't know you were." Got the sympathy claps, whatever. And then "Do you have a joke about it?" I was like, "I mean, yeah." And he's like, "Would you like to come up and do it?" And he's like, "I'm being a fucking, I can't remember what he called. He's like, I'm fucking being a bitch right now. I'm letting him cut in line, but I don't care." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And I go up, and dude, it doesn't even do as even like remotely close as good as when it's like when I'm at a booked show.
You just got crickets, eh?
I got a guy who I got the like I think I bombed and then I heard a laugh because I think one of the comics was like just laughing at how bad I cuz that happens.
Yeah, I
When
like
you're a comic and you
it's fun.
start to really do stand up and like really get invested, all of a sudden watching a comic bomb isn't like necessarily uncomfortable. It's kind of funny, and
Yeah,
we can't explain it. You just have to be like a comic to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but it's, yeah, I got nothing, so it was crazy. And then so I go up, get nothing, I sit down, And remember, I have a ride, right? I have a ride to get to, so I still have to wait. I can't be like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, he hasn't gone up yet.
Daniel goes fucking last.
What was how many people?
18, 19 people. And then I think after Daniel, there was like another guy who the host was like, here's your headliner. I'm like, yeah, the headliner, fucking just the last person that was picked, aka, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
You guys ready for your headliner? You
yeah,
suck,
it's like
right? We have no clue who
that's
the
the
fuck
best
he
way to be
is.
a headliner for the first time is being the last one at an open mic. That's for any advice for any comics. If you want to be a headliner, easiest way to do it is to just literally be the last one on an open mic. Because
Yeah.
yeah, technically, yeah, but
Or perform like super close to the audience on like the same level.
exactly,
Yeah. Because that is so fun.
dude.
That's
It
so
is
fun,
so
man.
like that. That bar is. There was the only good laugh, funnily enough, because it's I've been trying to like work on my crowd work, and it's actually both times that I've experimented, it's worked pretty well. Because there was like a bunch of people that like were just in the most like it was one of those groups where like everyone looked completely different. So I walked on stage and I was just like, you guys look like the gayest D&D group I've ever seen, and it
Just
got
in
like
front of
a,
you?
yeah, it was like
Yeah.
just around, yeah, and they laughed, and then like a couple, but that's like really mostly where I got laughs is from like interacting with the crowd and stuff. And then I got into like my actual like, oh, let me do material, didn't go over very well.
Man,
Yeah.
that's the that's just a good crowd work's just a good get out of jail free card, even if it's bad.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing it now. It's the new trend.
Well, it's also like it wasn't for me. I started off with it. Like I literally was like, I wasn't like going into jokes and then like trying to bait my I like, I'm gonna be honest, if that joke didn't work, if I went on stage and just was like, look at these gay guys, and then they were just like,
Yeah, you would have looked like a
what the
you
I
would
would
have
have
looked
looked like an
like a
asshole,
fucking
you know?
tool.
So that shit was so risky. And I was even to Anthony. I was talking to Anthony Rita, and I was sitting there because I was hearing some of the other comics that were like going up before me.
Right.
Killer, by the way.
Mhm.
They were all like doing pretty fucking well. And in my head, I'm going like, are they doing a material? Like, is this like an a material show, or is this like an open mic? And
Yeah.
I asked Anthony, and he's just like, I don't know, like
I don't know fucking believe.
you try a couple try a couple like working ones type shit, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I think I did two working ones and then just went into like new shit, because I was like, I need to just get the new shit out, because the old shit is, I've just been saying it for like, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes if I write new stuff and I'm like, ooh, this is a big crowd, I'll try it out. And then if it doesn't work, I'll be like, okay. And then after, I'll tell one of the comics or somebody that's close, be like, was that good? And they're like, kind of fucked it up here, but other than that, it was pretty all right.
Yeah,
So
it's
I was
usually
like,
like,
okay.
it's kind of risky when you're at like a book show and you're doing like material that like usually you think like you
Mm-hmm.
want to work, but then you try something new and you think it's gonna like, yeah, like,
Personally, my issue is like not being, not getting my shit together before going on stage. Because I know I got some good ones, but then
oh, preparing.
yeah, like preparing and like knowing what jokes I want to say, like which ones will
Oh
hit, and then afterwards, like when you come off stage, like reasonably good set, and then you're driving home or whatever, and you're like, "Fuck, I totally could have said this joke, son of a bitch."
yeah, no, I'm like the total opposite. I'm kind of like, I kind of over prepare. It's okay
This
though.
thing isn't touchscreen, is it? I've been like fondling the shit out of it. I don't want it
No,
to.
it's not touchscreen.
Okay, thank God.
um but anyways, oh god, what was I saying? I'm pretty baked right now, not gonna lie. To the audience that's watching, yeah,
What
I
is that?
kind
What
of,
do you?
I took a dab pen rip. It's a 2 gram. You can take a hit if you want.
I'm good. I'm looking.
Yeah, oh yeah, you have to drive
I'm
and shit,
driving
yeah.
later. Ooh yeah.
But
You
I
still?
think we can get into
Oh shit! I'm so sorry.
the first question, which is how have you been enjoying comedy, man? Like what, like, kind of go like into detail, like how like why you've been enjoying it, and like what is what has kept you to keep going, because a lot of people, it's hard to, you know it's hard to just fucking keep going,
Get your. I'm waiting for the period before.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't stop fucking talking
You
there.
kind
I
of
was, dude.
batteries ran out mid sentence, man. So like, what were you? What's been your biggest precision comedy?
Yeah, yeah, dude.
No, it's been fun. The one thing that's been keeping me going is just nobody is super threatening. Like they look
Very true.
intimidating, but if they get close, they're just like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Oh hey, what's going on?" Also, just like I don't know, just a bundle of people, like old and young,
That's the
mostly,
best. It's
and
the best part.
yeah, and then like you all chat and you hang out, and then you catch a glimpse of their lives, and then they go on stage, and either they're the exact same or it's a bit or like a bit of a persona change. But yeah, I think just meeting people and like just truly understanding the ins and outs of like where to go. I also kind of just enjoy like knowing when like where the shows are and just hanging out and watching.
Oh, it's so nice to
And then
kind
I'll
of
just be
like,
like, my chance will come.
yeah, it's so nice to kind of like have, because every day of the week you can go and watch a comedy show, like
Mhm.
literally, which is insane, because I came from, like, last year I moved from a town that had zero except for like the casino
Yeah,
and Latitude, which
that's
is
a
like,
good point actually. Yeah, it gets me out the house.
it's, yeah,
Yeah,
it's like every
car
it
doesn't
can,
fucking like it though.
something for me that was like, because comedy, stand-up comedy is like something where like I think of it and it's like I crave it so much that I want to write all the time. I want to think about it all the time. I want to
Yeah,
talk about it all the time. I want to be at shows all the time. I want to be surrounded by comics all the time.
yeah,
And so like the fact that I'm in a city where every single day, if I wanted to, I could go, and
it's great.
and that's the thing, is like, I'm missing today, but like tomorrow or Sunday, like Sunday I'm booked on a show.
Nice.
You know what I
Where
mean?
where at?
Smoke show.
Oh right.
Smoke show at the Moon. So if
Yeah.
this is posted before that, and you're somehow watching and you're interested in going to see this and you live in Edmonton,
Edmonton,
if
Alberta.
you
Go
if
see
you
him.
hit those 4 check
I'll probably be
marks,
there too. I'll be in the
Benny will be there too.
audience.
You can meet the iconic duo that you're looking at right now.
I'm
That
not performing. I'll
Oh my
probably just
gosh,
I'll be there in the audience
it's so
with my
funny. The
fat blunt.
the last episode you were on, which is literally the last one, was, you said, and I quote, I don't know how I'm gonna top the TJ Miller interview.
Yeah,
Well, you fucking did it by 800 views and more.
which is kind of unreal,
It was,
actually.
dude.
you kept
Okay,
you kept giving me feedback. Like you kept texting me
yeah,
and stuff. You're like, dude, our videos got 500. I was like, 500 views, nice. Then you
yeah.
sent me one again. You're like, dude, we're almost at 1K views. I was like, are you shitting me?
No,
We couldn't even keep a conversation for more
no,
than four
that's the thing.
minutes.
And I even thought to myself, I was like, that's the episode. I have a pretty nice one with Ethan Januario. I
Yeah,
have a fucking insane one with TJ Miller.
yeah.
TJ fucking Miller. But the
TJ.
one where we're just sitting here high as shit, not even getting a conversation fucking ended, got it over 1,000. It's almost about to hit 1,100 views. It's about to, I think it's at, last time I checked it was like 1,087 views.
Yeah,
It's still going. The algorithm is still recommend, and I think it's because I didn't touch it. I didn't promote it or anything.
yeah.
And I honestly felt bad because I was like, oh, I have to. And every
I think
time I
most of
was
that
about to
was
do it,
comics too, because yeah, you posted it and you're like, "Hey everyone, did a podcast with Ben. Just go look at it."
yeah,
Then boom.
yeah, man. And then,
Was it just like a thing, or you're like,
no,
I don't gotta promote
I didn't even
episode
post it on
two?
Facebook. I
It's
I
fucking DJ
forgot
Miller,
because I
dog.
wanted to, and then every time I was going to, I got distracted or busy, and then I just
Yeah,
didn't. And yeah, but that was the one that just hit the magical number, and now obviously,
Yeah.
we
I
want to
can't.
reach that. And not only that, we hit 36, 37 subscribers, which is insane,
Holy
which we're
balls!
we're on the way to 50, because I do want to do kind of a special one for 50 episodes. I do
To drop a
guys,
special.
I actually will announce this.
Excuse me.
I don't have a date or anything yet planned, but it is in the works that I will have Uncle Hack on the podcast,
Boom, boom, boom.
which is like, yeah, I'll edit some like insane,
Explosion.
yeah, like guitar riffs, and like a
Yeah.
guy skateboarding and snowboarding, and people sucking each other's dicks and shit and whatnot.
You got to step
Uh,
your game up. Like I said, you got to
yeah,
get little tiny mic
put
arms
on some midget
that
porn.
you could
No,
put on
but
the.
um,
Okay. Yeah.
no, but oh my gosh, I'm forgetting my point again.
Well,
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna ask you a question because I
All
can't
right.
I can't remember if I said it on the last pod. So I was making fun of. I was like, me after TJ Miller. What the fuck you doing to me? I don't know if I asked how you got that. Was it just he was in the area and you were just like, hey, can I interview
So
you?
this, I think I may have told this on a podcast before, and if I
Yeah,
have,
I
I
cannot
apologize.
remember for the life of me if
But
I asked or not.
but for this, I will say how it happened. So essentially, my original plan was, I ordered the mics that we're using right now. I ordered those on that they came on that day that he came into town in like the afternoon.
Because
These were
he's
delivered.
not Canadian, right?
No, I don't think
No.
he's Canadian. I don't think so. But if
Okay,
I'm wrong, I will
I'm
edit
gonna
it
look it up.
and right here.
You continue your story. I'm gonna
But
quickly look.
anyways, so I hear TJ Miller's coming into town, and I order these mics, and I'm really excited, and I have an idea. I'm
It's
like, oh,
porn.
what if I record just a 1 minute long video, nothing to like
Mm-hmm.
interrupt him or annoy him, just like something, to
And he was just performing. Where was he performing at?
comic strip.
Oh, just at the comic strip.
Comic
That's
strip, yeah.
nice. Yeah, yeah.
So I get the mics, and I have the question in my head, and the question is about
Yeah, he's
like
American.
with his work on like TV and movies and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
how it affected his stand up, and like, like, and if he weren't to do all the movies and just focus on purely stand up, did he think it would be different? And he kind of laughed, and he's like, well, that's two questions, but fuck it, let's go. I think he answered both, but yeah, so I got the mics, and I had the question, and I had the plan and everything, and I got to the
Mm-hmm.
comic strip, and I told the employee, I was like, yo, like, how what's like my best way of getting this? And he was like, just be the last one in line for the meet and greet. When you go for the meet and greet, go, like, buy the thing, whatever. I bought it, whatever, because I think my mom sent me money or some shit. I was begging her. I was like, this, I gotta meet TJ
I
Miller.
gotta ask him 2 questions.
I gotta ask him two questions. And it's funny because it's so funny. Everyone around me was saying that the question that I had prepared was not good.
Yeah. I feel like he gets that a lot.
That's a thing, though. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was just, to be honest, I kind of just wanted to just get like a video, like,
Yeah.
personally,
And
it was
good on you.
exactly,
Yeah.
it was less about the question, more about like just getting the experience of like, oh, this would be kind of a cooler way of interacting with TJ Miller.
Yeah.
So that's really all I was trying to do. And then so I do everything. I'm at the end of the meet and greet. I'm holding the mics, nervous as shit. I'm like literally shaking. My heart's pounding. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And then it gets to him, and he's kind of talking with the staff, and I'm like, oh shit, no. And I'm like getting scared. Oh fuck, wait, I didn't tell you. I had an interaction before all of this, before he
Oh.
even like did the meet and greet and shit. Sorry to all the people that
Rewind.
it was just like, yeah, just fucking reverse everything. So I'm literally about to go to take a dab pen rip outside,
Mhm.
when all of a sudden, around the corner, he walks in next to, I think, one of the ladies that ran or worked with the comic strip. and my hand starts shaking and my voice starts shaking, and because it's like I was planning to meet him at the meet and greet, but not fucking now, like like not like now.
Right.
So I was shaking, and it was cool because he was like, "Hey man, just take a deep breath,
You're
like."
legit having a panic attack.
Dude, literally, dude, I was in front of, dude, I wanted to have like time and shit to like prepare my question and shit, but now I'm about to smoke, and all of a sudden he's in front of me. I'm like fucking panicking like crazy. So he's like, calm down. I go, okay. So I kind of tell him what I want to do, and he's kind of turning away. Like he's kind of like,
Right.
I really have to go. But then I tell him that I'm a stand-up comedian.
Mhm.
Instantly turns around and starts and it like goes to shake my hand. He goes, "Oh, how long have you been doing it for?" And I was like, around 3 years, almost 4 years, in a couple months
Nice.
at the time. And he was like, "Oh, sick! That's really fucking cool." And then he was like, "Where at?" And all of a sudden we were just in a talk about stand-up.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Okay,
Nice.
so okay, what did you want to do?" And I told him, and he's like, "Okay, can I hear the question first before we record?" Which is like, obviously, that's like a
Yeah.
pretty fucking,
So
like,
he's not
he doesn't
completely
he doesn't
wasting
want
his
to like
time, and it's
start
like
the
a
video, and then
dog shit
a whole,
question.
and
Yeah.
then the question's like, "So what's comedy like?"
Yeah. Yeah.
There's some
No, I did.
bullshit. So
That's
I
dope. Yeah.
so he checked it, and he was like, and then he goes, "How about this? Tell me half the question." But I was so nervous, I told him the whole thing. And he goes, Did you just tell me the whole thing?" And I go, "Yeah." And he laughs, and I'm like, "Oh my god, thank God he's laughing right now." And he goes, "Okay, here's yeah, I'm super down. Just wait at the meet and greet and buy a postcard, and we'll do it." So,
Nice.
anyways, back to what
Far
I was saying. So now I'm standing in front of him. He's talking to the staff, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, please tell me he's not about to leave, like, and I just ruined my chance." And he goes, "All right, let's do it in here," kind of like it over in like the hallway, like
I
like
thought it
the
was a
comic
green
strip
room. Yeah.
hallway. Yeah, no, but well, so he's like, "Let's do this in the hallway." And as we're walking, he's like, "Yeah, man, this crowd just like sucked kind of tonight." And in my head, I'm going like, "All right, man, play it fucking cool. TJ Miller's just trying to have a casual conversation with you. Do not fangirl. Just like,"
Yeah.
and I responded. I was like, "Honestly, yeah." Like I talked with a couple of the other comics, and they were saying that the energy just wasn't as good. And then he was just like, "Actually, you just want to do this in the green room?"
Nice.
And when he says that, it's like
There's a green room. Shit.
well, no, well, technically I've been in it once because I think like a comedian just like showed me just because like he wanted to,
Oh, word.
and it was cool. But yeah, so we're walking, and I'm just like trying really hard not to panic now, because this is like everything
Like you're
is
doing this in
settled
your
in.
mind. Oh my
Exactly.
god.
I'm literally I'm overstimulated. I'm excited as fuck. I'm like,
Yeah.
holy shit, like this is insane. This is insane. Like I don't like I'm freaking out.
Mhm.
And we get to like the bar area, and he's like, I'll have a white claw," which was kind of funny to me. Like not funny, but like I just didn't expect. I thought he was like a beer guy or something.
Yeah.
He's a white claw person. Uh but anyways, he's like, "I'll have a white claw," and then he goes, "Actually, do you drink?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "I'll have two white claws."
Nice.
And you could actually see in the interview
Power move.
like it just like it was so
What
classy
flavor?
and cool. Like waitress just kind of came, like knocked on the door, and then like delivered us the drinks.
What flavor was the white
I
claw?
think it was watermelon.
Mango. Fuck.
Watermelon, no, it
I
wasn't
whispered
mango.
mango by my breath.
Oh my
It's like
god, bro. I
mango.
Yeah, I heard that. but uh
Yeah.
but yeah, so then we went into the green room, and sits down. We're all sitting down, and I'm thinking, okay, like I have to set my phone up somewhere. I have to set it up like super far away. That's why if you watch the interview, the phone's kind of far away, because it would be like if I'm in the couch, and then the phone's like over on the table,
Mhm.
right? Or over like near that TV.
Mhm.
So it's kind of far away, and I'm kind of and he actually kind of laughs at that. He's like, "Hey, it's like a podcast thing." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm totally gonna put like," and at the time I didn't even realize that
How
like
long
I
is that
could.
video? Like 20 minutes?
Hmm?
How long is the
It's like 25 something
yeah.
minutes. Yeah.
Nice.
It's like a quick little interview,
Hmm.
but yeah, so we sit down, I hit record, and I'm thinking like, all right, I'm just gonna again just a 1 2 minute video.
Right.
I hit record, and he just goes, "So what got you? So like, how long have you been doing comedy? Where did you start? Like?" And all of a sudden, we're just shooting the shit,
Hmm.
and then 1 minute turns into fucking 25 minutes, and it was insane.
Mm.
And yeah, so that is the definitive story of
Hell
how
yeah,
I
man.
met TJ Miller. So
Fuck yeah.
that was really
That's
one
better
of
than the I met Uncle Hack.
yeah.
It was way better than how I first met him. Like,
Oh
it
no,
was
how
at
did
the
you meet?
moon and I was stoned and you came in. It looked like fucking Jesus coming out of the cave. I was like, he's here.
It's what
Sound the
happens.
bells.
It's
The
what
hack has
happens.
arrived.
That happens.
And then I was chatting it up with Rick McGray,
Yes,
and he's
sir.
chatting with me about him.
Legendary
And
Rick
then he pulled
McGray.
up, legend, yeah, and he pulled up on us, and then he was like, "This is Benny, man. He's new in comedy." And it was very quick, like, "Oh yeah, you working on it? You new?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm rookie." And then I can't remember it from there. And then I kind of just like, I don't know, I got nervous, and I was just like, "By the way, ain't paying $14 for your Patreon.
Oh my
I'd rather
gosh.
just buy the beer."
Yo.
Because in his podcast, he's like, "Go to the Patreon,
Yeah.
you buy a beer a month for the thing." And I thought it was just a quick little jab. And then I got in my car after like the show was over, and I
You're
was
like,
like,
why?
"Fuck me!" Yeah, I was literally like, "God fucking damn it!"
I've had a couple of those
Yeah,
moments.
I saw him at the comic strip. I kind of just gave him a little. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yep." I was like, "Okay."
He it's funny because I feel like I overdid it at the comic strip a couple days ago because I not overdid it, but like I feel like the past couple times I've kind of had the same interaction with him when I bumped into him, but it's essentially just like I he invited me to be, not invited me, but I asked him, and he told me that I could have a spot on his Return to the Danger Room show in Grand Prairie in October,
Yeah.
which is like potentially a paid gig. I don't care if it's not at the end of the day, because it's like, dude, it's the venue that I'm going to seats 500 people, and
Whoa.
if like I've done the Great Outdoors, that's 10,000. That's the most people I've technically performed to.
Yeah,
But
but
if we're talking like booked,
that's just an open festival though. If it's like an actual like
but this is like a fully booked like
seated theater stage and
it's uh it's it's
book
called
seats, that would be killer.
oh my gosh, I'm forgetting what it's called. I'll tell you after the pod, but yeah, so
Put a picture over here.
he invited me, and I think the past couple times I've just kind of like thanked him and been like, "Hey man, like you're giving me a reason to visit family.
Yeah.
You're giving a chance for my family to see like my comedy when it's like actually, you know,
Hmm.
because the last time my family technically saw my comedy was when I think I was only a year in,
Hmm.
but now I'm like 4 years in,
Yeah.
and I'm definitely more experienced, and
I I tell my family that they're like, "When can I see you?" I'm like, "When I'm
when
comfortable."
exactly
I'm
you
like, I
want to,
suck right now, man.
because it's one of those things where you're like, well, in Toronto, a lot of shows are like,
Hmm.
you have to like bring some of the shows, you have to bring people to get a spot on the show.
Yeah.
And so they'll be like, oh, I'm just starting out in comedy, like, oh, like why don't I invite like my parents and friends and stuff. That's not the best, like
I
it's
feel
a
like that's just human nature, though. If you get it, and you could just tell, "Hey, I'm here. You should
right,
come if you want."
right, but that's the thing
Family
is,
members is yeah, it's quite a big red button decision to
family
be like,
members, it's you don't necessarily want to do that, because then they're literally seeing you when you're just starting out, and like unless you get pretty lucky, or unless you're like pretty talented off the rip, like you're probably gonna bomb,
yeah,
and bombing in front of your family for the first like
that's my
it's
biggest thing.
just
My first two times going on stage, I had family members, and like one time, like even the host or the runner of the show was like, "You can just get free tickets if you want." Just you immediately saw like my whole clump of family just at a table. I was like, "Oh Like they had to move tables together so they could all sit.
Oh no, that's the worst too when they all
Yeah,
try
I
to.
was like,
No, because
oh,
you have
you
to,
told too many people.
you have to have like a spread out like audience to have
Mm.
like at
It was
least
still
a
it was
decent.
decent. Like it worked out pretty well, and like
Yeah.
everybody got their seats. But yeah,
Anyways, let's
you
go
only
to the
won.
next one. What? Okay, this is actually. I think I kind of want to ask this one for like every like Edmonton comic when I can, and I think I
Shoot,
may have asked you this, but what is your favorite venue?
venue.
Yeah,
Oof.
for me, it's hands down the Moon.
Yeah, Moon's good.
I think that's to me though.
I
Like,
was gonna
what
say
would you think though is your?
I haven't gone up there yet, but I think just the comic strip is just that's a very basic ass. And I like I
Nah,
said,
bro, that's
haven't gone
it.
on stage, but like I walk in there and you could just like
It's a real ass like comedy.
yeah,
Like that's it is. Ask any comedian in terms of at the end of the day, if you're talking about what makes a comedy club good, the comic strip literally has everything.
like I walked in first time. Yeah, like I paid for a show
Yep,
and I
I
walked
went
in.
to a couple before I performed there.
Right. And then like I'm walking around and like you see pictures and you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah,
You go up to the
TJ,
bathroom and it's the Wayans brothers, Bobby Lee, Norm Macdonald,
yo, TJ Miller.
TJ
Yeah,
Miller,
fuck it. Yeah, no, but like
Cam
Bobby,
Patterson was
no,
there
Cam
recently.
Patterson, Orny Adams. I see
Mm,
his poster when you're like walking in. You can see, dude.
yeah.
There's like, yeah, you just see legends that have just of like
And you could feel the what's the word? I don't know. You can just walk in, you could feel the
you want to know what's
aura that
crazy?
this area gives, and you're
They're
just
at.
like, holy.
Sorry, I need to fucking
They're like, holy fuck, and you kind of just like it's like walking into like a glass store. You just hands in your pockets. You don't want to piss anyone off.
dude. There's actually a word for it, and I will try to look it up and edit it onto the screen right now. But it is essentially yeah, boom. I'll do another kick as well for
Boom
that.
pow. Yeah.
Um, but essentially there is a word for like when a place has like a low ceiling and crowd like there's a word for it like the energy
Mm.
and it's like you can't really describe it. It's just like the comic strip like I've only the thing is other than my third guest spot which was like an okay crowd,
Yeah.
it was still in a hockey season.
Yeah. Yeah.
All three of my guest spots were in hockey season, and yeah, I remember getting my first guest spot and it was kind of surreal because I
Mm-hmm.
just was thinking like I remember going with my mom here a couple times to like go see. I remember coming here and before I got into the scene, I remember seeing Adrian and like right in front. I was like we were in the right front table and I was laughing so hard and so loud that he like pointed me out and like did a joke
Mm-hmm.
about it or something and made me laugh
That was
even
my
more.
first time at the comic strip. The comic strip. All the
Mm-hmm.
seats were taken except for one at the very front. So bright ass pink hoodie, and I'm laughing at everything because
Stand up comedy's the best.
comics crack me up, and even
Yeah.
if it's bad, I'm like fuck. I don't go out much, so,
Yeah.
and I keep laughing and it's loud, and then sometimes the comics are like, "Yeah, see, he gets him." Like, don't point at me. I'm just laughing at your
Exactly.
joke.
Yeah. 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 But that's the thing is to it's crazy because to me it's so I'm sorry for any of the podcast listeners. I have a roommate that is like coming up and down, and so
Yeah.
he literally just left his door open, so that's why
More
the light
lighting.
is
You can
just
see my
shining on
face.
me. But it's also shining on me because I'm just the greatest. You know, no, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. I'm not Kanye over here, but
For yeah. Other
um,
than comic strip, yeah, the Moon's a good stage as well.
okay, cool. And I think this is the part where I do want to ask you: is there anything that you have been thinking about writing, or like is like in the past couple of days? Like, do you have like an idea, or like do you have a premise that you already have that you want to like maybe build off of to find something else?
Honestly, I just yap to myself,
Yeah, to yourself.
and then if I laugh at it afterwards, I'll just film like a little 2 second, 20-second thing, and then I'll hear it and then I'll write it down. And Yeah, my way of joke writing is just I yap to myself for a long period of time until a couple of things. I'm
That's
just like, oh
actually,
yeah,
funnily enough, like I remember I listened to Joe Rogan talk about like joke writing, and he was like,
boo. No, I'm kidding.
nah, dude,
Sorry,
it's so no, you know what's crazy is like,
I'm
dude, the
joking.
internet's no, 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 the internet's like view on Joe Rogan and him being a stand-up comedian is like a lot of people think he isn't. I think he's a good stand-up comedian. I don't like I don't like a lot of his stuff.
I heard one
Oh,
time
you heard one time what, dude?
from a buddy. He goes, I don't know. He just gives like masculine Amy Schumer vibes.
Oh gosh.
Like,
I hate that that's kind of true.
man,
That's kind of true,
just like,
anyways, let's not shit on Joe Rogan.
anyway, yeah.
Let's yeah, I'm ruining my career right now already, my
I
stand-up
love you,
career.
Joe Rogan. You are
I
the
love you, Joe.
greatest.
You dude,
Don't shoot me
I
with the
want to suck
crossbow.
and lick your little bald head
Teach
clean.
me how to hunt.
Um
I would love to race your sim racing shit.
yeah, I want to shoot.
See, I'm a
I want
fan.
you to shoot one of those titanium arrows into my asshole and just like rip all of anyways, getting distracted. So Joe Rogan was talking about this writing process, and he was saying that that's kind of what he does is he sits at a laptop and he just types and types and types
Mhm.
until he's like, "Oh, here's something."
Yeah.
For me, I I sit there and it's for most of my ideas, I'll like be kind of just doing stuff, and then it's my brain almost kind of has like
Yeah.
a way of like, so I have a joke about how I hate Windows and the way they operate because they'll update even when you're sleeping,
Mhm.
right? Which is like just sounds like it operates like a really creepy old guy,
Yeah.
right? So I this is how I wrote that joke. I literally 1 in the morning I wake up and I'm just like so tired, and it's one of those tired where you're like fuck, like I can't sleep for a little bit.
Mhm.
So I'm like, all right, let's just go to my
Insomnia.
setup, which is like in another room. My setup's in another room. I'm staying at my dad's at the time, and it's in the office room. So I walk into the office room, and my PC is updating. And all of a sudden, it was just like my brain, like, and by the way, it's like sometimes I can control this, but most of the time I don't. This just happens. Like, my brain will be like, okay, this is something that could be funny. And it's like we
Mhm.
were sleeping and it was still updating. And then my brain was like, okay, sleeping and updating, that's kind of like an unconsensual update.
Mhm.
And then I just wrote down like literally just wrote down Windows operates like a creepy old guy. And then,
Yeah. Yeah. That's a very simple. Yeah. That's
and
what I do. Cause I can't write a joke because like if I truly like take
I,
time out of my day and sit down and write it
I
to write,
can,
I can't. I have to distract myself with something like playing a video game or like
you know,
going to work, and then something happens, and I could be like, oh, I can make that funny.
there's so for I have two ways of like writing. I have that, like I have the ideas, and then
Hmm.
essentially what I'll do is I'll just really what writing is like. I even heard Mark Norman say this. He goes, writing is just having it, getting an idea, right?
Hmm.
So that he goes, technically, what writing is like actually once you have the idea, like actually working it into the joke, right? But
Yeah.
like really like the writing process, it's really for most people, it's just like getting that idea and then
Hmm.
going into, for me it's like I can actually sit down and like write a joke if I wanted to, but it takes me a minute. Like I have to really focus to
Yeah.
do it.
That or like I have a joke in my head and then I'm about to write it down, and then just like in 1 second, it's gone.
Oh, I hate that.
It
There
sucks.
is a couple
It
jokes,
sucks.
not gonna lie, there was one joke where I was so upset that I lost it that I literally had like an angry panic attack in my room because it was like
I've done
because
that. Yeah. I
because
did that
and a
on
lot of
for
people
my
would be
30th
like, damn,
set.
like you're psychotic. Yes, that
Yeah.
I tell people I'm that psychotic about comedy. I will have a thought in the shower, and the second I have that thought in the shower, I have to fucking keep it there until I get to that phone.
Mm-hmm.
Because once, if any, I even have to stop my
Oh,
music
you
in the
wait.
shower.
I come out of the shower, like shower's still running. I come out that bitch
No,
soaking
because
wet, and I'm like,
I'm
I
such
gotta
an
type this before I
OCD. I
forget.
can't get my phone wet. Like I have to have dry hands to be using my phone. I can't
Yeah,
like
well, yeah, obviously, yeah. Dry
so.
hand, everything else.
Yeah, but anyways, so yeah, there's only one joke, and I again
Fridge.
will never. It's just one of those things where like you have the idea and then you think like you can just hold on to it, but then you the worst part is when you think about it up until you get to your notes and then you're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh fuck, wait, what was it? And then you start backtracking, which worsens it.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you just start overthinking about everything you tried to think about, and it's just like way too much for your brain to handle.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm also prone to anger, so sometimes if I start like really complaining about something, I'm like, why am I wasting all this energy? I could just be mad on stage.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is if you're just true to your emotions a
Yeah.
good amount of the time, that'll just play well with the crowd. Because like you don't want a comic going up there and like being like, I'm so angry at this thing, and it's like, this guy's clearly couldn't give a shit about,
Right.
right? But if you like then like you know you see fucking Brad go up on stage and like just fucking
Yeah.
yeah, like I don't know where I'm good.
Brad's awesome. He did the That's a good counterpoint. He did a good blip for that at the comic strip. He went on stage and he's like, "Hey, you guys doing good? Yeah, I'm not. My life's fucked.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah.
Let me tell you about that." I was like,
So
"Killer."
he
That's how you start.
self-deprecation will always work, and Brad is the king of like self-deprecating jokes because
Mm-hmm.
he tells here it's the weirdest thing, guys. It's the weirdest thing. He will tell a joke where like he's talking about being insecure,
Mm-hmm.
but he'll be proud of it.
Yeah.
Like he'll proudly open up about his so it's like it's this weird like and honestly that juxtaposition is like what you want in a joke.
Yeah.
That's like something that like if you can have that in a joke where like his literal on stage persona,
Presence. Yeah.
it's so like he just walks on stage and he starts talking and you're just like, oh, I want to watch this guy for like 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched him do I watched him do not an hour, but they're 3 hours. But I watched him do like 20 minutes at the Moon, and I'm not joking. He just riffed about being with his buddy, murdered. Like just a little bit of material to start off, and then just like brought his friend on stage, murdered both of them. It was just pure everything. Like it's and you know what's funny is my
I seen
last
him do 15 minutes at the Yucks. That was
huh?
good. I
You
saw
what?
Brad do 15 minutes at
Oh
Yucks one
fuck
time.
yeah.
That was good. Then he
It's
got
funny because
heckled.
I was gonna ask you what's the writing process, but I
Yeah,
mean,
you
we
already
kind of just
you
talked
you
about
told
it.
me
What
that
is?
question already.
Hmm?
Keep up, man. Fuck. No, I'm
No,
kidding.
I don't think I asked that yet.
Yeah, you said. Or
Well,
when?
no. What happened was I asked you about the about writing a joke, and then you kind of went
Oh,
into your
yeah.
writing.
I answered both those questions. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't really have anything to write about.
No, if I hear something that's funny or I say something that's funny and I'm by myself, I'm like, that could
Mm-hmm.
be funny. Or
I've
if I
been
say something to somebody and they genuinely start laughing, I'm like, I don't remember what I said.
I've
Fuck.
been I've been trying to like write a make a wish. Like I want to write my make a wish story into like a chunk, like a 5 minute chunk.
Mhm.
So then I could do like my 5 minutes and then just literally have just another 5 minutes just on make a wish.
Yeah, I got a good just story joke cooking up if I go on stage because I got kicked out of a bar in Montreal.
Ooh.
Yeah, for going into the women's bathroom.
Jeez, man.
I wasn't like I was even scared. I was like, was I being a perv? What the fuck? He's like, no, you just couldn't find the men, so you got
Oh my
booted.
god.
And it was just like, oh no, that's not it. That's not it either. And then they were just like, okay, we told you 3 times. Get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here. So I'm like, okay, do something
God
about that.
damn.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hopefully, hopefully people laugh.
Yeah.
If they don't,
I don't know, it's weird because everybody kind of told me like, yo, you should turn that make a wish trip into like like a story joke, like a
Hmm.
joke story, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but it's so much harder than like it seems. Like it's
Really?
well, cause it's like the one thing that I kind of learned about like when you want to sit down and write is like rather than sitting down and trying to be like, okay, what's funny about this?
Mm-hmm.
It's rather what is true about this, and then how can I turn that into
Okay.
right? So that's like kind of like just what I learned over time. And so so just for me to like look at the trip, I'm really trying to find like things that are funny. Like I'm trying to,
All right.
but like really it was just like
Sometimes it just comes out if you're telling the story.
yeah,
Then
it'll just
halfway through, you just
yeah.
start doing stuff.
Well, because it's like okay, so I do kind of want to do this because I feel like if I start like kind of talking about it, it'll like turn into something.
Mm-hmm.
Door open again. Roommate walked up again, just letting the podcast know. Uh, so essentially what happened was I got accepted, and at first they were like, where do you want to go? And I was like, I want to go see a YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, get in line. Because literally they were already the YouTuber, like the, or technically it was the YouTuber house or content creator house, is the Face House.
Oh
I
right.
wanted to go to the Face House
Word.
and like fucking meet Blaziken, Rain, all well before
Like
all of the
the first house.
The New York.
Oof.
I wanted to go to New York and go to the New York house and
And just
visit.
be like, cool, I saw it. All right.
No, 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 not even that. Like there was they did already a Make a Wish thing where like a kid like played games with them.
Yeah.
They got like merch and like G Fuel, like all this shit, and I was like, dude, that
Dope.
would
Yeah.
literally be like my.
I
And
want to play
I'm gonna
COD with
be
Face
honest, that
Clan.
would still be dope if somehow they were still in that house, whatever. But like, I obviously nowadays I would have say Meat Logic. I would have. I'm still kick myself in the balls for not saying that after they said like, "Would you like to switch?" Because my switch was going to the fucking FBI.
What? Whoa, that would be cool, actually. Yeah.
And so what happened was we asked for it, and me and my mom were like, "That's not gonna fucking happen." The FBI, really? Like the FBI is gonna do a Make a Wish. It was the first time they'd ever done a Make a Wish, and when they got the call, they told us when we got there that when they got the call that someone wants to do a Make a Wish, they literally were like, "Let's go, let's make it happen."
We're on it.
I'm not joking. So so we do a layover in New York,
Mm-hmm.
and which is pretty cool because I've never been to New York, and I got to go to like Times Square and shit, and that was crazy.
Dope.
Like, and it was, and by the way, all of that, like the everything was like, at least most of it was on Make a Wish's dime. So
Mm-hmm.
like whenever we would get rides and shit, like around the city, like in New York,
Yeah.
that was from Make a Wish.
Yeah.
And so do a thing in New York, then we go to Washington where it's like their headquarters are at and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom on like literally on the flight over is like, and I'm like, what? And she's like, nah, that's nothing. And I'm like, what? And she goes, that I just was thinking like it'd be kind of cheesy and funny if like tomorrow we got like picked up in like a black SUV with like by like a big dude, like kind of
With
like in the
glasses and
movies.
the
Yeah,
wire on
with
his ear.
sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
No joke.
Like the guy from Lilo and
Dude,
Stitch.
dude. We're waiting in our hotel. Black SUV pulls up.
Nice.
All of us start cracking up. We're like, no way, this is
Sick.
insane. A guy steps out. This is the fucking biggest dude I've ever met. I'm talking like 6'7", 6'8", like huge, like fucking ripped,
Okay.
bald, sunglasses.
Yeah.
His name is Thor.
That's so scary.
His name is fucking Thor.
My name is
guys.
Thor. Get in.
Literally,
Get in the
we
van.
we were all joking. We were like, we feel like we're like being kidnapped, right? Like, what's going? And he's like, no, don't worry, you're good. No, that's not till later.
You're being protected by
Thor.
By Thor.
Literally,
God of Thunder
it's like
right now, dude.
so. Anyways, yeah. So so we get picked up and we get brought over, and they introduce like I get introduced to everyone, and they're like, for the next 3 days, like this is what's gonna happen, and like we just like we look at like the entire plan. It's like fucking insane. It's like some point go to like at some point I literally visited the bomb squad and got to like blow shit up. It was like crazy,
Cool.
but the first thing that I
Mythbusters shit.
did was they let me do like they have like a simulation for a crime scene, and they let me solve it and shit using like forensics shit, because this
Cool.
was when I wanted to be like a forensics officer.
Yeah.
So this was like it was all so cool. I did like blood spatter shit. I fucking drove drones and shit, like actual
Nice.
drones that the shit looked like it was from like Rainbow Six Siege, like. And yeah, I mean like it was just a bunch of crazy cool shit, like it was. And then afterwards they just kept sending us stuff like to our house. Like
Just
I got
merch
a
and
I
shit.
got I they 3D model printed like a skull and like sent it to us. There was a flag that flew over the building during like I can't remember what important day. It was like in 2006 or something.
Mm-hmm.
They sent us the fucking flag like
Damn.
in a frame. They sent me 2 to 3 big like giant ass plaques full of challenge coins.
Nice.
They sent me like metal, like just they literally sent me like a blood spatter kit
Wish
and shit.
wish was made.
And
Yeah.
and they sent me merch, and it was just like I literally went home with like everything, all the swag I could possibly, literally just fucking. I like come,
Where
I
do I
come
put
home. I'm
this?
like, where the fuck do I put this shit? I got an AR. I don't know where to put this shit. Imagine.
It's too heavy.
Yeah, I don't know what's so heavy about this bag. My mom's just like, oh yeah, they heard you. The gun,
They gave
the,
you hand
the
grenades. Did
gun
you not? Did
team
you not look at them?
the gun team wanted to put in a couple special
Yeah.
gifts. No, it's funny. I actually visited the gun range and shit, and they actually let me like shoot a bunch of like I shot an Uzi.
Ooh, that's dope.
I shot like a pistol or something. I think
Mm-hmm.
I didn't shoot it, but I held a literal fucking bazooka, like a real like can. For like yeah,
So
two
heavy. It's
second,
so
two
heavy.
second. Like I think
I
the
don't feel
two
safe.
it took like
That's what I would do.
it took two guys to just pick it up and then like
Yeah.
give it to me, aka they were still kind of holding it, but like I just was like I
My
just wanted
fingers
to
are on
feel it.
this. Yeah.
I wanted to feel it in my hands as if I was holding it, which was it was so fucking cool, just like that whole thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
I did. That's what I'm trying to write like jokes about and shit. Like
Yeah. I don't know.
so
Just make it sound funny.
that's what I'm trying to do is like make all of that from like start to finish sound funny. Like
Like look up some FBI shit and be like, I was literally at the I was doing this.
yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't
I
know.
think I one of the no one of the one of the thing I was talking with Gary. We'll end this soon. By the way, we've been recording for a while. Uh, I was doing the episode with Gary,
Mm.
and oh gosh, what was it? What was it? I was trying. Oh yeah, I was. He was like helping me with this like the Make a Wish stuff, and I was like, "What do I do?" And he's like, "Oh, you could tell him that like you went to the FBI and like they taught you how to like globally spy on people
Mm-hmm.
or something like that." And I was like, "That could work," but it's just all of it was
Saw the
just
moon
so
landing.
fucking.
That was dope.
I was yeah like I wanna I wanna make like references and like kind of do almost like a lot like mostly reverses. I want to
Yeah.
do like mostly reverses in this story because I feel like that would work.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I was gonna say, dude, like put a bunch of FBI references in the joke
yeah,
and then make it connect with your story. That'd be
hell
cool.
yeah, yeah. Well, I think this is. I think we can
Just say like, yeah, take
end.
my thing as the we were laughing,
Hmm.
thinking that oh it'd be a black SUV, and then the guy that from
Yeah,
Lilo and Stitch pulls up.
I
Wasn't black guy.
Yeah, it wasn't a black
Big
guy.
buff guy named Thor.
Yeah, big buff bald dude in sunglasses
Yeah.
named Thor picked us up. No. All right, well, I think that's the podcast.
Is that
I
it?
think yeah,
You
I
got no more
think
questions?
uh
No.
no, I don't have any more questions. I just wanted to have a couple to kind of keep it on track, and I think we did pretty a lot better than last time.
Dopey. Yeah.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Okay, finally, I'm doing an outro. Thanks for watching. The phone died while recording. We couldn't record an outro, so this is it, I guess. Thanks, guys. Bye.